Welcome back to Broken But Beautifully Made's fourth annual conference sponsor highlight. I am so excited. It has been a while since we have done this, but we are 30 days away from the conference.
Wow.
And so I'm excited. It's now time to gear up. It's now time to shine and showcase all of the people that have helped and support make this event happen. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce our guest today, Sister Miriam. Good morning.
Blessings.
Thank you so much for being here.
Awesome to be here with all of you ladies.
I am so honored that CHAYIL sponsored Broken But Beautifully Made. This organization has definitely been such a big help in the community, such powerful women of God. And Sister Miriam, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about you?
Well, I am a Southern Belle. I was born in Georgia and lived there for many years until I was 31. In fact, it was 31 when I first started to fly. It was my first flight. The company I was working for flew me from Georgia all the way to California. And I thought, Lord, have mercy on me. I held my Bible and I said, Lord, please help me. So it was 31 when I started to fly. But as I said, I'm originally from Georgia. I have two brothers, I have two sons. And it's so funny, the Lord has called me to women, and I don't have a lot of women in my life, in my family. And so I'm married for 14 years, Joseph and I have two sons and four grandkids. And among the four grandkids, I have one girl. Her name's Abigail. And she's a powerful little girl also, and my grandsons also. So I am at the age of, I was 40, 45, 46, 47. I went back to school. The Lord called me to go back to school. I had a 27-year gap from when I had to leave my bachelor's because I was a single parent mom. And I completed that bachelor's. So completed that bachelor's. And completed the bachelor's 2019. I started in 2016, completed the bachelor's 2019. The Lord called me to get my master's, completed that just the end of 2021 in December. And I'm currently just got enrolled, approved for my doctorate. So getting my doctorate in strategic leadership. So the Lord has really pushed me from the small country town. I was a Southern girl, barefoot, walking around, singing country music. And he has just did a number on me. Lord have mercy. Yes. So and how I got to Albuquerque. My husband and I were living overseas, and the Lord called us to come back to Albuquerque, and he called my husband to run for mayor of Albuquerque. So in 2013, he ran for mayor, which was a very hard time. So we were here in Albuquerque. We would walk, knocking doors, walking streets, going to the city council meetings, speaking up there. And so it was quite interesting, but that's the call all of us have, to shine bright lights in darkness. And that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where that darkness is. We are the bright light, and we make the room better when we stand up and act as sons and daughters of Elohim. Yes.
Wow. Well, didn't you just left me speechless?
Oh my gosh. It's been a trip.
A doctorate. Wow. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you,
Miriam. I bet that was a lot of process, because don't you have to apply and get in?
Yes, apply and get in. You have to write an essay to describe what you want to do with that doctorate. And so this doctorate, what I want to do with it is to be able to help women even greater. to understand how they are to position themselves to do the will of God, to position themselves to be successful, to position themselves to step out of poverty into his wellness, into his richness in this manner. So it's going to be a fun doctorate. Abba told me to use CHAYIL to build a model that will be able to help women, not only here in the United States, but across the nations. So,
wow. And
but
go ahead,
I
sis. What?
I learned from I spoke with this lady who was the MC when Joshua Giles was there at your congregation. So I spoke with her and I asked, okay, tell me about doctorate. What is about? Give me some tips. And she says, a doctorate is about discipline. It's about discipline. So I'm like, oh my Lord. So it's about to be a whole different level of discipline.
Because how long is the schooling for the doctorate?
So if you are at a rapid pace, this is strategic leadership. It could be 3 to 4 years, but max up to 7. So, but I love to learn. I love learning. In fact, I think that we can never stop learning. We will never stop learning. And so getting a habit, a lifestyle of learning is very important. We can learn from each other. We can learn. I love to sit with elder, more wiser people and just ask them questions because they're going to tell you something about their life that's going to give you some experience. So, yeah.
Wow. Congratulations. I'm over here like trying to still finish my first level up.
You will do it.
That is so inspiring. My goodness. Do you hear that? That just means that no age should stop you from achieving anything. So tell me a little bit about CHAYIL. What got you guys started? What was the whole vision? And where do you guys see God is leading you further into the ministry, into the org?
Well, it started from a vision. I was in Jerusalem. It was Patricia, myself, and Joseph. We were in Jerusalem, and I woke up from sleeping, and I saw in this vision, I saw the Lord in the middle, and all these women in a battalion formation. And each woman was led by one woman, and they were in a battalion type of formation. And every woman was a leader. Every woman was equipped. They were either in business, in government, in ministry, in their home, but every single woman was a leader. And they were presenting themselves before the Lord. They were presenting themselves. And so I'm not an artist, so I drew stick people. I put him in the middle and I drew stick people. And then I told Patricia, my gosh, look what the Lord showed me. Wow, this is amazing. And there was 2 women that I saw, and one of them is in Florida. And I sent her a message and I took a picture of my stick drawing. I said, sister, I saw you leading a battalion of women. And so it took me 2 years to get over to her. She's my friend there. That's Damaris. She's a part of our board. And we went there and I was able to share that vision. But it was when I was getting my master's that the vision started to come much more clear. That was my project that I used, was starting a business for my master's. And CHAYIL started from there, from that vision. And from that vision, I had awesome professors that helped me, take that vision and take it apart and see, is this something that the Lord was telling me to do? So I did that. But one of the things after seeing the vision, I said, well, Lord, I didn't see myself. This is a big problem. I saw the vision, but I didn't see myself. And he's like, yes, because you're the one equipping them. And I said, wow, how do I do that? And he says, one by one, one woman, because we never know the seed that the Lord has planted in one woman. That seed can multiply. And as your conference, flourish. And when that seed flourish, if you know anything about flowers, when a seed breaks open, it germinates. The winds will send it to another ground, and it will start to flourish in that ground, and then in another ground it will start. I mean, you can see in our house here, the person we're living with, she planted these flowers right in front of our window. And the wind got hold of the seed, and that seed, those flowers started to bloom in the rocky part of her yard. And then they started to bloom on the, I was like, how in the world does this happen?
Wow.
But that's the power of a seed.
Wow.
A seed. We don't know the seed that the Lord has planted. So CHAYIL is about helping women to discover the seed that the Lord has placed within them. The Lord has given every person a gift. And when a person is in their mother's womb, before they're in their mother's womb, the Lord has called them for something. And he brings them, gives them here, brings them to this earth. And as they are cultivated, that seed is cultivated by their parents, by their peers, by their mentors, then they're able to blossom, to flourish. They're able to impact the world, the nation, the village, wherever they are able to impact. And if we know women, we are multipliers. Women multiply. We multiply the seed. And so when the Lord gives us seed, we multiply. So CHAYIL helps women to understand what the Lord has placed inside and help them to be able to fit that into this world and multiply it. So if that's our vision is our slogan is where there's a woman, there's potential for transformation, right? Because women are life givers, right? There's potential. And so our vision is to reach 1 billion women, equip 1 billion women to do what the Lord has called them to do. And so we started with a conference here in Albuquerque. And that was the beginning. And it was a lot of hard work, but we're seeing much fruit from that. And so we are our current vision is to be able to hit hard topics, to bring women out of places of hiding. You know, we hide under makeup, we hide under clothes, we hide under ministries and businesses, we hide. So, and in order for a woman to be fully equipped to do what the Lord has called her to do, we need to unveil. We need to unveil the riches, the depths of her, so that she can know who the Lord called her to be and what he's called her to do in this manner. So we're hitting a hard topic coming up next year. And we have some overseas things that we're planning for this next year upcoming. But yes, ma'am.
I cannot wait. I know I was there on your conference, and my God. It took me out, and like how I like what you said, that when there is a woman, there is a potential for transformation. Yes. And on your conference, going back to that, when I went to the conference, it was my first time going to a conference again that's not led by me, because it's been ages since I have gone to one, and it was such a breath of fresh air, knowing that it was so different, you know, and it was more raw and real and present, you know, and like how you said, like a lot of the topics that we talk about, like I didn't even realize I was going to be sitting on the on the front with like the government. I was like, oh my goodness. And but to understand that it's like we all have that gift inside of us, but is it being cultivated? I was actually talking to one of my good friends last night, and I was saying, like, you know, all of us, God gave us hands for creation, and as women, that's what we were created for, is to procreate, to breathe in and birth. And a lot of times we just lack the confidence of knowing that we have that talent, that you don't have to be super creative to create something, to birth something. And so I really love the vision and the mission that CHAYIL have. And I'm so excited for your guys' conference next year. Oh my God. I'm glad, because I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm excited to participate. But you did talk about a little bit like the struggle part. And I feel like a lot of women in ministry, women in business, or just women in general feel like that is the first part that they get discouraged from. It's like they have a vision, they have a mission, they have a dream, but then of course the enemy comes in to distract you, discourage you. and make you feel like it's never going to happen because this is how much problems you're going to have.
Yes.
How did you guys overcame that, or give us a little bit more of an information about what did that look like and how did you guys came through out of that?
Yes, so with us is when I say us, it's like there are a total of 6 board members. We have board members. We also have advisors, and those are older women that advise us. And then we also have shareholders. And so shareholders, because CHAYIL is not a ministry, it's a business, it's a public benefit corporation, which means that we have a 2-pronged bottom line. We are concerned about the stewardship, and we're concerned about the impact in the community, right? And so with that being said, for ourselves, we do a lot of personal development. We have our advisors that speak into our lives, speak into the vision, based on their experience, they speak to us relating to, our plans, like I tell people, like I am heavy. I think people call it futuristic or visionary. I see vision, but when it comes to details, I'm like, okay, okay. So I love to have older people or people that are very detailed tell me, hey, what about this? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. We do need that, And so, so one of the things we've done is that we cannot do it by ourselves. We have to work collectively. We have to work in a collaboration. We have to pull upon those who have done things before us, right? And so we really pull from the older women, and they're like in their 60s and 70s, and we pull from them. And then, of course, the Lord, just praying. I mean, I remember seeing this. My brother was telling me about. He was in this meeting, and in this meeting, they had this millionaire, and he was a multi-millionaire, and he has different businesses. And they said, "Give us your strategy. How do you do this? What do you do in the morning? Tell us your steps. What do you do?" And he says, "I take a legal size piece of paper and a pen, and I sit at my desk and I said, Lord, what do you want me to do today?" And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. First, that's hard. And so one of the things we have to watch out for is that when we do get a vision, we protect our vision like it's a baby. We feed the baby. Sometimes we can't even eat because we're feeding the baby. We are wrapping the baby. Ooh, we are tired. We are everything in this manner. But if someone touches our baby, we also get a little stressed out, right? But the Lord requires us, as we do business, it's the greatest testing of our character. The greatest testing of our character. Our character is tested. And so I believe one of the greatest things is going back to the mountain. Moses had to go back to the mountain to get, he was building a community. He was building a nation, right? And so just like building a business, makes an impact. It causes transformation in people's lives. And so going back to the mountain, getting around people who have been successful, right? I always tell people that if I'm talking to especially young ladies, I'm like, they'll say like, yeah, so-and-so said I should get married. And I said, wow, is so-and-so married? No, they're not married. How in the world are they going to tell you to get married when they're not married? So take advice from people who's doing it or have done it or have success. Know them by their fruit. Don't take advice from everybody. They could be sitting on their stoop at their house and they haven't done a thing, and you're taking advice from them. Do not do that. So get yourself around people that are different, people that look different, think different, be in cross that are different. I love Claire, speaking of just yourself, what you did is I saw that you went down to a workshop or something for photography, and it was people that were different than you, and I'm sure it was like nervous. You had to present yourself, but you did it. And so that's our call. We're not, Joshua Giles said this: light, constantly around light is blinding. I love that. I'm like, that's so powerful, because we are to be, and so we need to go into places to get some wisdom. There are people that are successful. They're not necessarily believers, but the Lord has given them a wisdom. He gives everybody a measure, a measure of faith, right? And so they have faith in their business or the plans that they're working, right? But we need that wisdom, right? We need that wisdom. So to recap on that, number one, seek the Lord, go to the Lord. And alongside that, when the Lord gives you a vision, write it down, make it plain. Habakkuk, make it plain. Why? Because when the enemy comes to test you, you just go back to that vision, back to that word, say, no, I may be down right now. I may be struggling right now. I might be door dashing right now, but the Lord has said, the Lord has said, so we just keep pushing through, because when he gives a vision, it's a labor, and we are laborers. We know how to labor. So yes. So
I love what you said about that, the laborer, because we are.
That's right. Oh Lord, we know how to carry it. We know how to carry it. So seek the Lord. He gives you the vision, write it down, make it plain, get other mentors around you, people around you that have been successful, that have some experience in life, right? And that can speak into your life, right? And then the third thing is just keep pressing through, keep laboring through, get around people that are going to cheer for you, that is going to accept you, not just tolerate you. Oh, here she comes again with her dreams. That's how Joseph's brothers were. There she come. That's a
good example.
There that dreamer come again. That's right. We're dreaming. We are capturing what the Lord has given to us. And so just keep pushing on, sister. We are all in this together. Each of us have different things that we're pushing through to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. So just keep going.
Wow. I think I found that title of our interview today. Be like Joseph. That's true. Right. Because that was so good, because his brothers were like, oh God, here he comes again.
That's
right. I feel like I have had that experience myself, that people, when I come around them, they're like, oh God, here she goes again. Her dreams. But it's like, that's just what is given to me, and it burns inside of you. And if you don't do something about it, then it just kind of like you are disobeying.
Yes. Oh, that's right. I mean, it's like, everyone, the Lord has given everyone a gift. One of the people I really love to read their books. That's the other thing. Read books completely. Right now, I'm reading a book called The Millionaire Next Door.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. You start to read it, the introduction. You just start to read the introduction. You're like, oh my gosh, I got a poverty mindset.
What is the book called?
The Millionaire Next Door.
I might have to look that up.
And what it talks about, pretty much, which all of us need to think about. It's about stewardship, but the millionaire next door is a person that they own a cleaning business. They're a farmer. They clean, they clean homes, they clean, commercial property, and they live below their means. But they live below their means, so they're able, their net worth is so larger than your doctor, your lawyer. Think about it, a doctor or a lawyer. They have to present themselves to sell themselves. A lawyer, they have to dress in these nice suits. They need to, by society standards, they need to live in this certain type of house. They need to drive this certain car. So their net worth is constantly being diminished. Mm-hmm. Yes, because they have to look the part, right? But the Lord, his economy is completely opposite. It's so opposite. You give away everything, you are rich. Right? You sow, you invest, you're rich. Like those of you who are coming to Claire's conference, you are investing in yourself. You are sowing, so you will be flourished in the next season. There's a scripture that talks about sow in the 6th year, because you don't know what's going to happen in the 7th, 8th, and 9th year, right?
Sure.
And so as you invest in yourself, we have to learn that you're not, oh gosh, I got to go and I got to pay this amount at this conference. No, you are investing in yourself. That investment can give you years of wisdom. When you count the amount of wisdom of the speakers that are speaking, wow, you're a doctorate, a PhD can't give you that. You are getting it in a 2-day, 3-day conference. So it's so powerful. But Millionaire Next Door, read books, man. If you want, reading books, it's amazing. It opens your minds up. It expands your vision. It takes you out of a mindset that I can't do, a victim mindset, and it brings you into this circle of, wow, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things. So yeah, Millionaire Next Door, powerful book. So I try to read. My goal is to read at least 2 books a month, but now I'm about to do my doctorate. It'll be like a book a week. So,
oh man, that is going to be a lot of reading for you.
Yes.
And paper. That's for sure.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing such amazing wisdom there, Sister Miriam. I'm definitely going to look that up. And I truly believe, I try my best to read books. I'm really bad at that. I have so many books that I need to open up. And I think it's just finding the time and, like you said, investing that back onto yourself. And thank you for bringing that up. That's how I saw it when I did it, the pricing and everything with the conference, is that I saw it as you're sowing a seed back to you.
That's right.
So that you can take care of you, and so that you can literally bloom and flourish into your next season, because you will do the same thing. You will spend money on food, on restaurant for the same amount of price to indulge and fill you up. It's the same exact concept. You know what I mean? What are you choosing to fill yourself up? Is it something that's good for you, or is it something that's going to hurt you in the longer run? Now to circle back to CHAYIL, how can we support you? Where can we find you? And what is next for CHAYIL, so that we can mark our calendars? Okay.
So, how to support? Number one is prayer, and just telling people, going to the website, CHAYILPBC.com. CHAYIL, CHAYIL, PBC.com. We have workshops that we're doing. We will travel to wherever a group of women are, 10 or more women. We will travel to you, and we will give you a workshop. And a workshop includes discovering the outcomes of the workshop is you discover who you are. You discover the gifts that are in you. You discover the vision that the Lord has given to you, and you start to move to the next step. So you can find that information on CHAYILPBC.com. As a board, and I just want to mention the board here, because they are beautiful people. We have the vice president, which is Patricia. She's the one that did the connection here. So Patricia Arena, she's the VP. Then we have Damaris Medina, and we have Sarah Rodriguez and Angela Santiago. And then on our spiritual advisors, we have Joseph Torrez. And then our advisors that we have is Sue Mulhorn. And then we have Sally, which is Patricia's sister, is also one of the advisors. And so one way you can support and help CHAYIL is, one, get on the website, look at it, see what is it that you could possibly need in your neighborhood, in your village, in your city, right? The things that we have positioned for next year, we have at least 2 overseas conferences that we're planning on doing. We're still prepping and praying for that. We have some things that are coming up in February, which those things can be found on the website. So as a board, we get together and we plan together how we're going to do that. It takes a team, right? It takes a team to raise up women. So those are the things that we have planned. As far as here in New Mexico, possibilities that we have are in the Farmington area. We have a group of women that are coming together there. We have a group of women that we will be revisiting in Raton, which is Willow Springs. I call it Willow Springs. We did a workshop with them. It was close to 19 women, and it was a businesswoman there that put this together. And so CHAYIL came and we helped them. So the ideal is that is to help women to understand who they are, one woman at a time. So if you're interested, check out CHAYILPBC.com. And then I would say the other thing to support is that support your local woman, support your kingdom woman that's doing business, like Claire. I'm wearing a shirt that says CHAYIL, but Ruth Camargo made shirts. Support her business. Support all the other women that have businesses. Support women-owned businesses. Support, and that's the way that you can support CHAYIL, and we can advance His kingdom. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sister Miriam. Well, we have reached the top of the minute here. So thank you so much again, Sister Miriam, for giving us your time this morning. And please follow Sister Miriam. You can reach out to her. I will post the link above on the comment section so that you guys can follow and check out their website. And we look forward to, like I said, meeting you, collaborating with you, because again, we all have the same mission, vision, and goal, right?
Amen.
This is not about competition. This is about collaborating, all
Ooh.
growing together. There's a lot of fish in the sea.
That's right.
To be competitive about it. But when one person wins and everybody's helping, everybody wins.
That's right. So, amen.
Thank you so much again, Sister Miriam. To all of our viewers and listeners, thank you again for joining us this morning. We look forward to seeing you at the conference. It is on December 9 and 10. If you are virtually, you still can get your ticket virtually so that you can attend and join us. You don't have to be here physically, but you could still get the same exact experience virtually on December 9 and 10. So thank you so much again, everybody. Thank you again, Sister Miriam. Have a blessed day, everyone, and God bless.
Bless you. Bye-bye, guys.